silent. So, if the ironclad is like the knight or fighter, the silent here is the rogue. So, you can see she starts with less health, only 70, same amount of gold, and her unique relic, or starting relic, is she starts with 2 additional card draw on the very first turn. And only the first turn. Alright. So, before we talk to the big whale man, let's look at our cards. So she starts with 12 cards. Way too many defends and way too many strikes. I really wish she had 2 less of each. But she also has Survivor, where you gain 8 block, but you have to discard a card. And Neutralize, which costs 0, but applies 3 damage and 1 weak. She is very much about applying debuffs to enemies. At least you can be that way. You also can just be about throwing a whole bunch of knives, which is pretty good. Anyway, so, I do like removing cards. Let's take a look at the map before we make our choice. So, I'm always big on hunting elites. This right path here looks pretty good, although we do have a lot of unknowns, which could be good, but generally we want to, like, at least early on, we kind of want to look at our card situation. Now, this one here where it says enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP, that can be really good if you can get to a bunch of elites. Doesn't look like we'd be able to, though, so I don't think it would be worth it. This is tempting if we can get our health back. I mean, we're not going to take damage, right? We're not going to take any damage early on. Of course not. Oh, so we got a ton of money. So we're definitely going to go this route. I guess I could have just clicked leave, because we want to go to that store so we can spend all that money. Hey, I think we got the same encounter with the ironclad. So I'm just gonna try and take down this guy so that we don't have to worry about defending. Look at all these defends we have. Way too much. You can see, she starts with 2 extra cards, and that gives you a lot of options right off the bat. Since we are already at half health, we want to make sure we take as little damage as possible. Definitely going to try and play a bit more conservatively with her, at least at the start. We haven't really seen Neutralize coming really into play, but being able to reduce enemies' incoming damage is incredible. It is a really good asset. Alright, so this guy's going to be dead next turn, which is good. Let's see what sort of cards we get offered at the start here. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Alright, that's fine. So here you can see we have to discard a card to use that. I have changed up some of my options here, so now I'm not going to go into it much, but you can turn on numbers to show how much damage gets blocked. All right, so let's see. Cool. So Endless Agony is an interesting card where every time you draw it, it makes a copy of itself. But when you play it, you basically burn the card, right? And that could be... There are some decks where that could be really cool, but it takes a while to build up. Dash is alright. You gain 10 block and deal 10 damage. But I find that Poison is incredibly successful. And building a Poison deck is really easy. Like, you're generally going to get a lot of poison-based cards, so we might as well give that a try. Let's spend this money. Although, we could build a Shiv deck. Shivs are really cool cards. Basically, they, like it says here, are 0-cost attack cards, which exhaust. They, by default, only deal, I think, 4 damage, but you can get a lot of them out. Like with Cloak and Dagger here, with this upgraded, you have 2 more Shivs. Really cool. Similar with Blade Dance. With Infinite Blade, you just generate one every turn. And with we don't have, there's no relics here that do this, but with relics like the Shuriken, which will generate 1 strength every time you play a card, it is extremely good. Unfortunately, there's no poison cards here, but it is... Oh, should we just do that? We probably should. Let's look at our relics that are available. So we have the Oddly Smooth Stone, which is... It doesn't sound like it's very good, but it actually is pretty useful. Having that 1 extra dexterity at the start of your turn means that you can survive so much easier. Guria is really interesting. It's... I don't think... Getting it early on is incredibly useful. But... Yeah, I don't know. Basically, it gives you a different option at rest sites to just lift. The Mercury Hourglass is incredibly good. Just at the start of the turn, just deal 3 damage. Like, it's... Out of all of these, like, I could... Man, decisions. You know what? We'll build a Poison Shiv deck. How about that? Ooh, will we be able to afford it? No, 3 coins short. For shame. This is also really good. What does this upgrade to? Oh man, that's really good too. I'm actually gonna go with this. This is fun. We'll go with Dramatic Entrance. We have way too many cards now. Alright. So here we can see the power of weak. So he reduces them down to 8. And having that 1 extra dexterity is really good. We still have to play both of these defense, unfortunately. Oh yeah, now we get Survivor. Great. It doesn't matter. We've dealt so much damage that... Oh, now we get our Shivs. I'm probably not going to play Infinite Blades this combat. I don't really see the point. But yes, see now I have 4 attacks that I can just wail on this guy with. It's great. Yo, what if I had even more Shivs? This, Fletchitz is also a really good card. But, so is, all 3 of these cards are good, but I guess we're going Shivs. Ooh. Anything I absolutely want to get rid of? Almost always, I feel like you should just remove a card in this circumstance. Like, you could transform it, but you don't know what you're going to get. Upgrading is actually not a terrible idea, but we have a bunch of rest stops on this. And we don't need this block, because we have Cloak and Dagger. Here we go. That's what I like to see. Alright. We do have 6 damage coming in. Good thing we have that 1 extra dexterity. Oh, I'm just gonna skip these. We should probably rest because we are at, 35 health. And if we're gonna go after that elite, we need to get some of that back. All right. I should have really been focusing on one guy. Let's see if we can... I don't really think... We'll just take the 5 damage. It's a bit unfortunate, but we'll have to take it. Well, obviously, this guy's... We don't want that 10 damage coming in. All-out attack is fun. Both of these cards are really good. I really like Blur because it's literally just a better defend. So I think I'm gonna go with Blur. The only problem with Blur is that it would really be good if you have more than one in your deck, but I rarely ever have that. It's also pretty good against this particular guy too. Huh. Alright, well. Now, I don't remember if I encountered this guy in the other episode, but what they do is every time you play a skill against this guy, he gains 2 strength. So it's really not good for us. So I have to be careful of what skill I play here because, it's going to increase his damage to 16. So do I want to take 14 damage or 10 damage? I mean, I can play Blur. It doesn't actually matter. Now, hopefully I can neutralize him. Hopefully I'll get that card. There it is. But still... The thing with this guy is you really just want to deal as much damage as possible. And you want to play as few blocks as possible. But if all goes well... See, I don't mind boosting his strength here because... Oh no! Well, we'll take the 7 damage. That's fine. We're below 35, which is unfortunate, but he's only at 7 health. Now he's guaranteed dead. Yay. Alright, I hate getting the bag of preparation with the silent because it's literally the exact same thing as the ring of the snake. We'll take that though. I'm tempted to even skip it, honestly. Although, it does mean that we would be drawing 9 cards at the start. Ooh, Singing Bowl. That's good for us. That increases our max HP. Alright, hopefully... Okay, good. It's these guys. We can deal with these guys. These guys are easy. With these guys, you just want to focus in on one of them. They do have a point of artifact, so they will negate one of your debuffs. If we actually were building a poison deck, that would be a little annoying. In this case, it's not too bad. Now, every other turn they switch, right? So, when this guy is casting Daze into our deck, these two will be attacking. So you definitely want to focus on one, so that you take out one, so you only have to deal with these two. And I probably should have went after this guy because he has the lower max health. But oh well, I didn't. I also should have defended there more, but now I'm going to take some damage because I was too busy explaining stuff and not busy paying attention to what I should actually be doing. Awesome. This is definitely the easiest of the, starting, or Act 1, I guess you could say bosses, like elites, right? See, with Blur, I will now keep this 7 for this turn, which is nice. Now, a really good relic that we could get on this build would be Sharon's Ashes. Because what that does is it deals 3 damage, I think, to either a random enemy or to all enemies whenever you exhaust a card. It's probably to a random enemy. That sounds right to me. You're keeping all that block. Yay. No, we don't. Just all-out attack. We don't need to block because we already have block. I'm not concerned with playing defense cards if like no damage is incoming. I feel that is generally good practice, mostly because there are certain, there's like the relic called Ice Cream, which lets you conserve energy between turns. Anyway, we got the Regal Pillow. Regal Pillow is good. Let's heal more at rest sites. I've never really been able to make good use of Doppelganger. I don't really think it meshes well with our deck. And I think Dodge Roll is probably the weakest of the block. I don't know. Yeah. I could see how it could be good with if you have more blurs in your deck. Why don't we instead increase our maximum health? And we need to rest more to get some of this health back. Thank you, Regal Pillow. You're my friend. Ooh. Oh. I will take 3 shivs at the start of my turn. Our deck is going to be so full. We're drawing 9 cards and an additional 3 cards. The max you can have in your hand is 10. So we're going to get some of these cards thrown out. Now, I want to upgrade stuff. So, Infinite Blades is a good upgrade because it makes it innate, which means you're guaranteed to start with it. Just like Dramatic Entrance. What's Dramatic? That's okay. I like upgrading Neutralize because it applies 2 weeks, so that means week, lasts an extra turn. really good. With Blade Dance, you draw 3 shivs instead of 2, also pretty good. Similar, Cloak and Dagger. Let's go with Infinite Blades. We're sitting at 59 health. I'm pretty comfortable at 59 health. I do hate slavers, though. Yep, our hand is full. That's pretty cool. Let's have a full hand. It would be nice if we can start getting rid of some of these strikes and defends, though. Look how quickly we're taking care of this guy. I mean, we can just do that. Alright. Footwork is nice. Like, it basically gives you even more dexterity. It's not a bad take for us. I do like Predator, but it is a little expensive. I don't really think it works for this particular deck. Yeah. We could go with more max health. Let's just go with Footwork. Increase our defense. Again. I actually kind of want to do this. Having another card that deals 8 block, or gives 8 block, is pretty good. And good thing we got the easy boss. This is most assuredly the easiest boss in the game at the moment. Excuse me there. I had to adjust the music was a little loud. Alright. Especially since he starts off by just, like, defending. So the gimmick with this boss is you see this mode shift. After taking 7 damage, he's going to go in sort of like a defensive mode, where anytime you attack him, he'll deal 3 damage back to you. It's fairly manageable in actuality. So anything we do will trigger that. And once he goes into it, initially he'll have 20 defense, so it's a little hard to actually burn him down, but it's not impossible. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it with this deck, but we'll see. Alright. Let's get some defense up here so we can actually deal some damage. So we have 23 block. He only is going to hit us with 3 and then hit us again with 9. So, like, we can soak that pretty easily. Also, I should probably use this weakness potion at some point. Like right now. Oh, alright. Yeah, we should probably footwork here. That's 12. Yeah, we might as well use it. Might as well not take damage if we don't have to. There's an escalation to this. Every time this guy goes down, comes back from defensive mode, this mode shift amount, increases by 10. And when he's in this form is when he can, theoretically, deal the most damage. Should I block again? Yeah, might as well. Unfortunately, we don't have accuracy yet, which is a power that basically adds damage to your shivs. Alright, now we can go all out. Of course, this is when we get neutralized, right? Alright, perfect. Forgot about the poison. Oh well. He's got all that block. We're not going to get through that block. So I'm just going to end my turn there. Alright, now he's going to come with a big hit, but hey, now it's way more manageable. In fact, playing just this by itself almost gets rid of it entirely. Actually, oh right, we had Blair from last turn. Oh well, that's fine. I could have did a little bit better there. One thing about this deck is that we don't really have a lot of like really nice big heavy hits. Oh gosh, we could probably we're definitely going to be able to deal 11 damage, so he's not going to get that attack off. Let's see, there's no point in playing either of those cards. I'm fine with a few shivs getting into my discard pile because we'll just draw them again eventually. Ooh, nice. You know what, if we play Survivor, then we can play both of our shivs, which is slightly more damage than playing one strike. Well, we're already at 20, so might as well do this. See what I mean? Like, look how high the mode shift is now. We're still having really no problem with this. It's just being a bit of a grind. But I do like playing tons and tons of cards. And that's what the Silent, or at least this sort of build for the Silent, is all about. Oh, I believe we won. Oh, wow, exact. Gotta love that exact damage. Alright. Oh boy. Now this is a choice. All of these cards are extremely good for the deck we have. I mean, Adrenaline is just always a good choice. Now, do we want to play very defensively? Unfortunately, Afterimage does not stack with Dexterity at all. It would be a little absurd if it was that. But 1,000 cuts. Let me tell you about dealing 1 or even like 2 or even 1 damage to all enemies every time you play a card. Mwah, beautiful, love it. Okay. So, of these relics, I'm partial to the Sozu, as I had mentioned previously. It does mean we will no longer be able to use our potions. That's fine, or we can't gain potions. The Velvet Choker, incredibly bad for this deck. That means that we would not be able to play, we'd only be able to play 6 cards a turn, and our whole thing is built around playing tons and tons of cards each turn. The Eternal Feather is pretty good. It means that, you know, gain health a bunch of time, or for depending on how many cards you have. We're gonna go with the Sozu. Okay, the boss of Act 2 is going to be the champion. He can be either incredibly easy or incredibly difficult. I would like to get to a shop and face at least 2 elites, just because I always want to go elite hunting. Doesn't look like we'll be able to do that too easily, though, unfortunately. We have a shop here, but we can't get to any elites until this guy or this guy. We have a shop here. Alright, so we can go boo 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 boo. Yeah, I like that. Or we can go from this way. I like this path better. Buds. Alright. We'll have no problem with these. I should probably play that. So the birds, they reduce your damage or incoming damage by half for the first 3 attacks. So we can just knock down these guys, and then they're not going to be able to do anything. I love it when they can't do anything. It's beautiful. Perfect. Hey, friend. I think this is the play, right? Now we have 11, so that's just 9. Doesn't matter which guy we go after. I'm gonna do this because we get to proc 1,000 cuts more by doing that. It's probably less damage overall, but I like the flashy effects. Alright, so these guys are gonna get up, which is not good. Might as well just kill that guy by playing more cards. And just for funsies, just to get that extra bit of damage. Maximize damage. So, the fire symbol means that they're basically going to buff themselves, and they basically just increase their strength. They did not stand a chance against us. Slice, my friend. Slice is a really good card because, again, deals 0, deals 5 damage, upgraded, deals 8. Pretty good card. I think we're pretty good on cards, though. Do like Slice. If it was upgraded already, I'd take it, but I'd rather the max health, even if it is just 2 points. Ooh. Alright, so now here's the choice. Do we get rid of one of our strikes and defense, or do we upgrade them all? You know, it's hard to say no since we have so many, like we basically have all of them. So we might as well upgrade them because now they become way more useful. Alright, these guys, gosh, I think I've mentioned them. We encountered them on in the Ironclad. Obviously we're going to do this and do that just so that we can keep that defense until next turn. Oh, and of course it doesn't matter. But let's just get as many cards as we can. Now we're going to get hexed, but look. They're already at half health. Just about. And I don't care too much about having days Wish we would avoid this damage, but it's what, 4 damage? We can deal with 4 damage. Especially since, although that's a lot of damage. I mean, this hopefully is not gonna be quite dead. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. 1 health. Ugh. 14 damage. That's real rough. Poke. You can't use the ghost in the jar. Ah, boy. These would be so good if we were playing a different deck. Heel Hook is incredibly good when you build your deck to deal weak, because you basically can loop forever and ever with this card. Catalyst is just ridiculous with a poison deck. We're just going to increase our max health. Alright. Hopefully these guys... Nope, that's exactly what I thought they were going to do. Well. We might take... Oh yeah, we only have 1 block. Well... We'll deal a lot of damage from 1,000 cuts, at least. Really putting those 1,000 cuts to use. But we're also going to take a ton, 13 damage incoming. Oof. At least we can weaken this guy a little bit. Oh, so close. We really need to get 1,000 cuts upgraded, because this guy would have been dead. And this is, now we draw all of our defense cards. You know, that's just the sort of game this is sometimes. Oh, really? Huh. Guess that makes sense. I'm not too worried about the healer healing stuff, because we should probably... This guy is probably going to be dead soon. Like, definitely? Yeah, that's what I figured. And taking out the paladin, or whatever they're called, first is really good, because if you do it the other way around, that guy gets like a special AI pattern that makes him like super aggressive. And he can be kind of hard to deal with. Might as well play this defend just to get that 1 extra hit of damage. There we go. I would take a backflip or another defensive card, but alright. Ideally, gosh, I only want to take damage from here. So if we can take this guy out, I guess even just doing that is probably fine. Should probably have increased my dexterity. I think that's probably the good idea. Oof. I will tell you, these guys can be really rough. But fortunately, we are able to block all the damage. Yay! Hey, there's 1,000 cuts. Might as well play Blur just to get it next turn. All right. Should I play defend just to... We'll hold off because we're you know, we already got a bunch of dazes. Ooh, it is hard to say. Oh, this won't kill, but look at that, down to 2 health. Boop. It is very tempting. Setup is... I feel like setup is an incredibly good card. You know, place a card from your hand on the top of your draw pile. It costs 0 until it's played. But I feel like it's really good if you have a lot of high cost cards, which we don't. Like, the most we have is 1,000 cuts. Well, the idea of having another Blade Dance is fun. I think we already have 2, don't we? Yeah, we have 2. So I'd rather just increase our max HP. Oh, damn. Alright. This is definitely, I feel like, the hardest elite encounter at this level. So much so that I'm actually going to use my weakness potion here. I do like to take out this guy first because he can, he has a move called Entangle or whatever that prevents you from playing attack cards for a turn. It's incredibly mean. And these guys don't defend. All they do is attack all the time. Fortunately, we got that guy gone, and we won't be taking any more damage. At least for this turn. Maybe for the rest of the encounter, if we're lucky. Alright. Since this guy has 3 poison and only 2 health left, he's gonna die before he attacks. I don't think we need to... Well, you know what? Might as well. I think we could play footwear. It doesn't really matter. Just for funsies. Again. If only it was... Tiny chest. Now this is tempting. But this is also tempting. But I like the idea of gaining 2 shivs every turn. You know, being able to choose from one of 20 cards is incredibly powerful, but I like having health. And unfortunately, like, as much as I like, there's, like, I really want to... We have another one here, but then we can't get to this or this, which is what we're trying to do. Oh, this is just so good, though. Now, theoretically, this will let us end encounters quicker, meaning we'll take less damage. Let's go for it. Okay. We're probably not going to get any curses, but... Hey, look at all our friends. This encounter is really, can be really rough, so... But as long as we take out this guy so that he's not constantly generating strength, it's not too bad. We are going to have a lot of dazes. Alright, so we're going to do this in that order. Good thing about playing a card that would normally require a discard last is you don't discard. I know I should probably not be playing so many skills, but I'm not that worried. I'm more interested in dealing as much damage as I can. Especially if they're just gonna keep... oh, see, look at that. Oh, it's so good. I don't even care about dazes. Now, if only we had the thing that let us draw cards or dealt damage each turn every time we played a card. Oh boy. Well, here's my hubris. Here's my hubris. Here it comes. 24 damage, half of our health. Ugh. Okay. Well. At least he's gone next turn. We might not go after that elite. I don't know why I did that. There's no reason for me to do that. No, this is not a bad idea. Each skill... We don't have... we have a decent amount of skills. That could be useful. We got 22 cards, though. So... Oh man, we're gonna skip that shop. We only have 27 health. We can't risk it. As much as I'd like to, we can't risk it. This is also an incredibly hard encounter, so... And we want to take out that slaver first, and we're even going to take damage here. Because that's 12, and 12 plus 7 is 19, right? Yeah, so we'll take 1 point of damage. I'll tell you, this game really helped me, like, learn better mathematics. Surprisingly, I guess. You know, I just like playing shivs. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we got the kill there. Still need to block. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We don't have... We've not gotten 1,000 or whatever, 1,000 cuts yet. There it is. There's our beautiful friend. We are going to unfortunately have to take a good chunk of damage, but we'll deal a good chunk of damage as well. See, now every time we play a Shiv, it deals 6 damage, you know, essentially. We are down to 14 health, but it's fine. It's fine. I am going to play another defense here because we have Blur up. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this guy has plated armor. So basically at the end of his turn, he'll gain whatever amount of block, but every time he takes damage that's unblocked, it will go down by 1. You can actually get a relic that does that, and there is a potion that does that as well. There we go. Gotta play all the cards. Technically could use this. Let's just get our health more. We need more health. Ah, man. Alright. Well, Snecko on this sort of deck is not so good. But we will do our best against Snecko. I don't think it affects the shivs that we'll be generating at the start of the turn. Yeah, it doesn't. Ooh, alright. That's actually not that bad. I should have played this first. First, we want to play Survivor last. Alright, so this will actually be a pretty easy Snecko fight if it keeps going like that. You know what? It's being very friendly. We have very friendly confusion here. My favorite kind of confusion. Nice. That went extremely well. We'll just keep going with Max. Gotta increase our health. Do we want to get Jaxed? Hell yeah! We're against the champion, so we absolutely want to make sure we have as much health as possible. Like I said, the champion can either be pretty easy or very difficult. And it looks like they're starting off with attacking, so this might be a difficult fight. I really, really wish we had accuracy. But at least we can get Jaxed. If you didn't read, I should have probably showed that. You know, you lose health to gain strength. It's not a great card, but there are a few events that are connected to giving your Jax card over to, you know, other characters. And also, hey, 2 strength is very much welcomed, especially in this fight. Yeah, this guy's being really mean. Let's see, that's 12 damage. It's 12 damage. Ooh, it's actually 16 damage because of 1,000 cuts. Oof, that's okay. See, sometimes you'll just get turns, just like several turns in order, where he'll just like either buff himself or debuff you, and that's really what you want to see. Just gonna play this just to deal that extra 2 damage. Also, I love this guy's little crown. You think it's like welded to his helmet? Probably. Look at that, played all of our cards. Don't you love that? Don't you love playing all your entire hand? I do. So yeah, our game plan is it's pretty simple here, right? I don't really know what else to say other than, you know, let's just stab this guy a whole bunch. Vulnerable, like he hits you with all the status effects, which usually can be pretty difficult, but having our dexterity and strength up is obviously, it helps mitigate those status effects pretty well. Alright. Okay. So, every now and again he can do this where yep, 19 times 3. I can't do that math in my head, but I know that is a lot. Fortunately, we can weaken him, but it's only 14 times 3. That still sounds like quite a bit. Yeah, we can do this. We have enough energy. Thank you, Sozu. You're my best friend. So we'll at least only take reduced damage. Only 14, what is it, times 2? Oof. It's still pretty oof, though. But, I mean, it's very unlikely that we will lose at this point. He's down to 22 health. He's not going to get through our block. We've already seen everything that this guy's going to throw at us. It's a lot of damage, though. But, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh. Anthrotic Brew is so good, but we can't use it. Okay. Now, I'm not really sure if any of these cards really work for us, actually. Grand Finale is such an incredibly situational card. I don't understand why anybody would ever want this, but man, that's so much damage. I kind of want to take it just out of that, but I doubt that we'll ever play it. Nightmare is really cool because it creates 3 copies that you get to use starting your next turn. But again, I don't know what we would use it on in this deck. Right? Like, maybe 1,000 cuts? But that's so much energy. Because then we'd have 4... We'd be able to do 8 damage every time we play a card. That sounds pretty cool, but that's such a high energy cost. Wraith form used to be amazing. I don't remember how it was, but now it's... I don't really like it. I feel like we don't have the deck for any of these cards. We could try Nightmare. I just don't think the situation's going to come up where we're actually going to use it. Well, although, you know what? We might find a card that will work well with it. Okay. Well, of these, I think the Calling Bell is our card. Is our relic. Just because we have a Onamaru, Onamaru, you know what I'm trying to say. So now we only get doubt because it negates 2 of our curses. Rad. And we get 3 free relics. Well, I like these. Now we have lots of energy. This heals us when we meet the boss, so that's only the final boss. Unfortunately, we're not really building a poison deck because the specimen is, oh, it's so good. Fortunately, we don't have the deck for it, but I'll take it for the very few situations that'll come up. And here's our shop, so that's probably where we're gonna go. We could try this elite. Is there any other? Okay, I think we'll go this elite, and then we're just gonna cruise on up this way. Unfortunately, we're against the time snail as our boss. The time snail is incredibly bad for the type of deck that we have, unfortunately. Let's go. Well, you know what we could do is we could Nightmare Blur. That might be good. We don't really, even with the 5 energy that we start with now. Yeah, I would like to defend, but I think that's what a good bet would be. I would rather do this because I want to take as little damage as possible. And these guys, they gain 3 strength every turn, so that's no fun. Doubt sucks, but it's fine. It's just another thing a week. Well, we actually get to discard something. This is very tempting. This is fun. Caltrops is a good power. It's not for us, though. They really want us to take... Yo, panache. Every time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage to all enemies. I think they upgraded this. Well, we're definitely taking Pizzazz. The Voodoo Doll, I mean, or the Duvu Doll would have been fine, but eh. Bobbled Lightning. Is there any skill that we would absolutely want to have at the start? I don't really think so. But what we are going to do is, I think we're going to get rid of one of these strikes. And unfortunately, like, as much as I would love to have the Snecko skull, we're not building a poison deck anymore. And we can't afford... I think we should take Bandage. You know what? It exhausts, so I don't mind taking it. Bandage is not a good card. Was that where I went to go? Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can... Oh. No. That sucks. I think I'm fine with losing Dramatic Entrance. That's a bad event. I mean, like, it's not from a game design point, but just from, you know. This encounter is actually not that difficult, to be honest. Especially when we get this nice... We do want to kill the minion, though. At least eventually. Basically, this whole encounter, these guys will gradually deal more damage. Like this guy, he'll explode, and that's no good. So we do want to take him out. And very rarely this guy will attack. Unfortunately, we don't quite have... Oh, I should have hit this guy more. Don't quite have 1,000 cuts set up yet. So we're going to take some hits here. There it is. There's our best friend. So, well, we just want to take this guy out, right? We only have one. Let's go for damage. More cards means more damage. You know, like I said in the previous episode, I'm playing the beta branch, so like this art is not final here for this guy. You know, that bandage is actually okay. It kind of makes that Jax card like free. I like that. Oh, again, down to 1 HP. Bye. We don't need any of that. We just always increase our max health. Alright, this encounter can be pretty cruel. Now, is there anything we would like to nightmare here? We could nightmare Infinite Blades and just always have shivs. Since we have it, we might as well, or... I really wish this was the upgraded version. Let's do it with this. This will be silly and dumb. Which is my kind of thing. And you might notice that when those guys give you days, they put it in your draw card, or draw pile. Makes it a little more rough. Oh no. Let's get some of these out of the way. I would like to get at least a little bit of block going here. Oh, no. Let's just have it so that we're drawing for you. That's way too many shivs to be drawing. Alright, we got a ton of damage coming in, so... that blocks almost all of it. It is a bit unfortunate we haven't gotten 1,000 cuts yet, or panache. Those are our two like ringer cards. There it is. Oh man, if we use Nightmare on panache, that'd be just wonderfully silly. Fortunately, I don't think this guy will be around too much longer, but he is dealing us so much damage. should do it this way. Oh, this might kill. Nice. Yeah, no, we go after this elite. Hopefully. Yeah, this is who I was hoping it would be. Giant head. So basically with the giant head, every time you play a card, you deal more damage to him, but you basically have 5 turns to defeat him. So we kind of do want to play as many cards as possible. Because each time we play cards, it goes up slightly. I mean, we can even... No, it doesn't matter. We'll hang on to our bandage for now. We could Nightmare Jax. Nightmare Neutralize is actually not a bad idea. Fortunately, we're not dealing very much damage to him at all. We'll take some damage here, but we'll get all that wonderful strength, which we need to deal more damage. So basically, at this point, he's just going to constantly deal stronger and stronger attacks. Oh, crap. Alright. That's fine. I messed up that order. Now, yeah, so we're going to see 30 points. We need to deal this damage. Alright, well, blocking half of this, that's not that bad. We can heal after this, fortunately. Look how much damage these are doing. 19, 20. And we're only going to be taking 10 damage. Oh boy. Probably should be saving those strikes for last, really. Oh, hey, wow. And we got a pretty useless. Courier is really good, but not at this point in the game. Is all attack upgraded, 14 damage to all enemies. That is, you know, I do love doing damage to all enemies. I think we'll take it. Yeah, we'll heal. Alright, now where do we want to go from here? Oh, I guess we can hit this shop. We can go up this way, or we could just go through here, through the unknowns. Either way, we should get here. Sundial's not really that great for us. It's fine. You know what? We are not going to fight. We could probably defeat these guys. I don't like the thorn guys, though. I think they'll just deal way too much damage to us. We're also not going to do this one. We would just gain the red mask, and what the red mask does is, for the first turn, it makes all enemies weak for one turn. Alright, one of these guys. I'm going to use Survivor to get rid of doubt. The maw can be pretty tricky, but right now it's not so bad. Forget, it's Panache every time you play 5 cards. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was every time you play 5 cards or every time you play 5 attacks. Oh, that's so much fun. That's so satisfying. Alright, now he's actually going to attack. And this is, of course, when we get our good cards. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, not. Doesn't matter which one we play from there. We'll take the 8 damage. It's barely anything. Not quite sure what we'd nightmare. Look at that. Perfect. Oh boy. 33 damage. Well, 22 damage. That's a lot of damage. Fortunately, it's pretty much confirmed no longer alive. Oh, thought that was gonna do it. We don't need any more cloak and daggers. Now, do we rest? We obviously are gonna rest here. We don't. This could be a really tough encounter, though. What would we upgrade? What is Nightmare? Ooh, that makes it really good. What does this do? I mean... I like dealing 14 damage. Oh, and it's a tough encounter. Okay, so the Thorn guys, we want to try and take them out with our other indirect damage. Excuse me. Oh wow, these guys very rarely attack. Probably not going to use this. We'll see. We'll see how much damage we can generate. So we can definitely use this because we'll kill that guy. And then, yeah. Alright, perfect. Unfortunately, they're both going to increase the amount of damage they do every time they get attacked. Gosh, this sucks. Ooh. I actually might just end my turn for now. Oh, right. There's that. There it is. Ah. 7 damage. Ugh. Okay. We definitely need to try to take these guys out, so... Oh, perfect. Oh, the specimen actually triggered. That's great. More max health. Let's see, so we get 25 HP back, so we don't need to rest. What's Smith? What do we want Smith? This is not bad for the boss, actually. To make it a bit more useful, let's go Nightmare. We have 1 encounter left. The time snail. So they kind of changed the way this guy used to work, and oh my god, already. So basically, every time he played 12 cards, he gains 2 strength. 2 strength. Yep, that's a word. And what do we like to do? Play a ton of cards. And already you can see he's gonna hit us with a negative effect that deals 26 damage. So much damage. We're just gonna try to hit him hard and fast. As it were. It used to be whenever you'd play 12 cards, your turn would end. And that was a little bit easier to manage. Oh, he also likes to reduce the amount of cards you draw. Which honestly, not that bad, considering. Great. Oh, does he still end your turn? Yeah, he still ends your turn and gains. And look how much... Look at that. That's absurd. We're gonna do this. This is basically the exact wrong boss that we want for our sort of build. Oh, look, half our health is gone already. And there's literally nothing that we can do because that's the sort of deck we have. He's gonna end our turn next. Yeah, this guy's way too much. I mean, look, I might as well play all these cards. Because that's the way I'm going to deal damage, right? I have to rush him down. However, I'm going to have a very short turn next turn. Look at that. I'm dead. There's pretty much no way that I can beat this guy with this deck. Unless I had pulled that out first. But it doesn't really even matter. Yeah, I think this Time Eater needs a lot of work. Unfortunately. Or at least, like, you know, he just, like, literally shuts down this sort of build, unfortunately. Alright. But yeah, that was the Silent. of Slay the Spire. As always, I've been DW. Thank you for watching.